Hey there, this is Patty, and I am in New York City once again. Thank you very much for tuning in today. The last couple days, last couple videos have been talking about ways to get cheap tickets on Broadway by using their rush policy. I haven't even talked about TKTS. But if you want to see a Broadway musical and you don't want to pay full price, showing up at the box office at 10 a.m. is a good way to do that if the theater has a rush ticket policy. But right now I'm standing in front of what is the hottest Broadway musical of, I'm not only going to say the year, I'm probably going to say the decade, and it is Hamilton right behind me. And you see people waiting behind me. And that is the cancellation line. I'm going to tell you a couple things about Hamilton. If you want to see Hamilton, you can still do it. Although tickets are sold out, I want to say until about 2017. It is coming to Chicago in the fall, in September of 2016. But if you do want to see it, there's a couple ways to see Hamilton. One of them's cheap, one of them's not. One of the ways is to stand inside the cancellation line. There's about 12 people in line. The show tonight is at 7 o'clock, and I am taping right now at about 10 to 1 in the afternoon. So basically, you have to give up your entire day to sit here to maybe get a full price ticket. I have done that before for many shows. If you really want to see it, if it's hot, sometimes it works. I have never actually stood in the cancellation line and not gotten a ticket, but I also know that if you're 15th, 20th in line, you're not going to get it. You have to be right up there. Because when we talk about cancellation lines, you're like, who would cancel? Sometimes people cancel, and they also have what they call producer seats. They always hold just a few back in case somebody famous shows up or a relative or somebody. There's always a few seats held back, and they're always in the orchestra, and they're always really good. But they're also always full price. So you can wait in the cancellation line right here on 45th Street in front of the theater, or you can join the lottery. And I don't mean the New York State Lottery or the Illinois Lottery or the Mega or the Powerball. Many theaters run what they call a lottery. They used to do it in person. In fact, some theaters still do it in person, and some theaters do it online. Now, this is the way it works. If it's in person, what they'll do is a couple hours beforehand, they'll literally put up a table right here on the street. You'll fill out your name and how many tickets you need, put it in a bucket. About an hour and a half before the show, they'll pull out numbers, and whoever they pull out will have the ability to buy a ticket at X amount. I've seen lotteries anywhere from $15, $20, $25 to $30. Very, very cheap. So yeah, you can go, some theaters will have those. How do you find out? As I mentioned in a previous video, go to Playbillcom and click on Rush Policies for Broadway shows, and it explains all of this right there. Now, lotteries have become very popular, especially here in Hamilton. When I was here in December of 15, there must have been 400 to 500 people on the street. As you can see, when you put 400 to 500 people on this tiny little street, it caused traffic problems, so they had to think of another way. So, many theaters now do online lotteries. You can get to these, once again, from Playbill.com. Go into that standing room rush and SRO policy, and there's a direct link. When you get to Hamilton, it says click here. You click there, and you can enter the Hamilton lottery. I did that this morning. The lottery opened up at 9 a.m. They will close it at 3 p.m. They will choose their tickets, and then they will send out emails. Regardless of whether you got one or you didn't get one, you will get an email. Most of my emails, in fact all of them, have said, thank you for entering, you did not win, try again. But if you do get an email that says your name has been chosen for the lottery, you can purchase a Hamilton ticket for $10. Let me repeat that, $10. Here's the kick. It is for that night's show and that night's show only. You can't just say, oh, I won the lottery, I want to come see it next week. No, you have to do it for that night's show. Plus, once you win the lottery, you have 60 minutes to be at the theater and purchase your ticket. They're only $10, so bring cash, it's quicker. So yes, you can't just do it and say, oh, I'm going to win the lottery, I'm going to fly into New York next week and see it. You have to be here. Better yet, you probably have to be in the metro area because you have 60 minutes. If you do not make it to the theater within 60 minutes, your tickets will be released, and somebody in the cancellation line will probably win your tickets, who've been standing here all afternoon, so they deserve it. So there's still a couple ways to see Hamilton if you haven't seen it already. You can come here and camp out all day like these fine folks are doing, or you can try the Hamilton lottery. Either way, I can tell you it's absolutely, positively worth it. If you want to get a taste of Hamilton, there are many scenes on YouTube. Go to youtube.com and key in Hamilton Musical, and you can get yourself a taste, and then you're really, really going to want to see it. So from the Hamilton Theater right here, and all these people waiting in line to hopefully get a ticket, this is Patti Honacki. Thank you very much again for watching today. Tune in tomorrow, and hopefully we'll still be shooting from New York. Bye-bye.